Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin's relationship is something that is constantly on the news and is constantly spoken of in social media sites for reasons both good and bad. Also, given his track record of actions he has done in the past in other relationships, including the ones that could be labeled as abusive, just like Selena Gomezs recently did in one of her interviews. But yet he seems to have come on top of that and apparently improved as a person because he is now happily married to Hailey Baldwin and things seem to be going well for both of them. However, Justin always gives his fans something to talk about, and this time it's no different. Even Hailey stepped in this time to address the rumors. Recently, the couple went on a trip to Las Vegas, which generated some rumors. Hailey shared an Instagram story where you can see both of them kissing and wrote on top, reminiscing on how amazing last weekend was, had the best time surrounded by so much love, any other narrative floating around is beyond false, don't feed into the negative bullshit, peeps. The trip was because of Bieber's performances, which were in the Excess nightclub and also at Delilah at Wynn Las Vegas. Apparently, Hailey did this because rumors surfaced about a video where Justin is seen screaming at Baldwin in a hotel casino after leaving a club. In the video, Justin is seen gesturing and screaming at her while being apparently mad. However, Hailey tried to dismiss these rumors as false after publishing a story. But other fans who were near Justin when the actions of the video happened also dismissed the rumors and gave their statements on Twitter. He was on straight adrenaline from performing. He wasn't mad at Hailey and he wasn't yelling at her. Another one said, "My friends and I were with or behind him the whole night. He was in the best mood and was telling her a story, but of course, internet trolls love their little scenarios." And another one also chimed in with his point of view. "He was not yelling and we were there to witness what went down. He was all adrenaline." But of course, fans aren't the most reliable source of information, especially when they can't even prove they were there. But this time, between the different testimonies in Hailey's story, you can confidently say that it was nothing more than a rumor. It's also good proof to see both of them defend each other, just like Justin did last year when a fan tried to rally Jelinators against Hailey. Speaking of Jelinators, these guys are a different breed. They seem to think that because they support Justin Bieber since the beginning, they get to have a say in what he says or does. They also seem to believe they know what's best for him, and this obviously involves Selena Gomezs, as they can't seem to get over her. For them, Justin's relationship with Selena Gomezs was the best he has ever had, and she is the one he deserves to be with, which is obviously wrong on so many levels with a myriad of reasons. The problem with these alleged fans is that they want Justin to do as they say and they will stop at literally nothing to get what they want. Even if that includes berating Hailey so she can't take it anymore and breaks up with Justin. A clear example of this was the fan that made a TikTok video trying to rally the Jelena Stans fan base to take over Hailey's Instagram Live and fill it with negative comments towards her and to make it clear that she will never be as good as Selena. However, both of them caught wind of this before it happened, and Justin was quick to shut her and the rest of the Jelinators down with an Instagram story where he wrote, "This sad excuse of a human just encouraged people on video to literally go after my wife, telling people to say that my previous relationship was better, so on and so forth. I just wanted to share this so that people get an idea of what we face on a day-to-day. It is extremely hard to choose the high road when I see people like this try and rally to gather people to believe the person I love the most in this world. It is not right, but I will say this. As many people as there are that want to spend their time publicly degrading, shaming, and trying to humiliate us, we would like to ask those who have it in them to lift us up in prayer. We need prayer and support as we continue to put ourselves out there." Hailey also had something to say about the situation and shared a story of her own which read, "It has truly gotten to a level of anger and hate that is shockingly unhealthy and sad. I would never in a million years wish for someone to be treated this way, and I will never condone this kind of hateful behavior. I want only to support, uplift, and encourage other women in this industry and wish them nothing but love and success, and I wish for all of my followers and supporters to do the same." What happened was pretty unfortunate, and you can't blame them for what happened. Not even Selena, as she was also against it. Selena seems to feel exactly the same way about Hailey, and she also considers important female solidarity. After the incident of the fan who tried to rally the others to Hailey's story, Selena took to Instagram to make it clear she doesn't stand for women hating on other women. She made an Instagram Live shortly after Justin made his, and she said she does not stand for women tearing women down. She also urged her fans not to be rude and especially don't go off saying things they feel in the moment regardless of what the situation is. So will Jelena stans finally get the message after the three of them made their position clear? But still, Justin and Hailey are going strong and their marriage looks better than ever. However, fans still worry about them because for some of them, they say that the marriage came out of nowhere even though they dated several times before finally tying the knot together. While Selena Gomezs and Justin were dating on and off, Hailey managed to slip herself into being Justin's girlfriend for some of that time. But then after breaking up with Selena for apparently the last time, Justin married Hailey just 2 months after the breakup. For Bieber, it was a no-brainer, and he even said in an interview, "I just felt like that was my calling, just to get married and have babies and do that whole thing." But the first year of marriage was really tough because there was a lot going back to the trauma stuff. There was just a lack of trust. There was all these things that you don't want to admit to the person that you're with because it's scary. You don't want to scare them off by saying, "I'm scared." Justin later expressed in another interview that he and Hailey are on good terms and that as a couple, they are in a great place right now because they can clearly rely on each other while figuring out the ins and outs of married life. He said, "We're just creating these moments for us as a couple, as a family, that we're building these memories, and it's beautiful that we have that to look forward to. Before, I didn't have that to look forward to in my life. My home life was unstable, like my home life was not existing. I didn't have a significant other, I didn't have someone to love, I didn't have someone to pour into, but now I have that." However, a marriage depends on two people, and it wasn't just Justin the one who decided it was time and that Hailey was the right person. Hailey also decided that Justin was the right person and decided to spend her life with him. She said in an interview, "I was married when I was 21, 2 months before I turned 22, which is insanely young. It sounds almost ridiculous when you say it out loud, although I do think for somebody like me and somebody like Justin, it's different. We've seen a lot for our age. We have both lived enough life to know that's what we wanted." Even before reconnecting and starting to date again, both of them had said separately that they wanted to marry at a young age. She continued, "We were friends first for a really long time before there was anything romantic. But we always knew that we were aligned on what we wanted in our future. We had talked about wanting to be married young and having a family young and building a life, even before we knew we wanted to be with each other. So if they appear to be in such great terms, why is it that negative rumors continue to appear about them and the relationship?" For starters, Bieber seems to live in controversy. Ever since his rise to fame, he has always been in the cover of news stories and not always in a good way. For example, his many encounters with paparazzi, his relationship with Gomez, etc. So naturally, lots of so-called fans are expecting that his marriage falls given his track record of incidents and behavior. Some of them claim they do it to protect Hailey from Justin because of his mental issues and his many outbursts, but they really aren't contributing much. So this means his marriage won't fail? Well, nobody knows. It might be because that is the nature of relationships. They can eventually fail due to a lot of different factors, not only because Justin Bieber is involved. Sadly, it seems that people won't understand this soon and the couple will just have to keep enduring it in the future. However, they still have each other to hold on to, and none of them seem to be planning to let go anytime soon, as we can clearly see Hailey sticking up for Justin after the alleged screaming rumors. But now I want to know what you think. Do you believe they will eventually break up, or will the relationship become stronger after everything they have to endure? Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time.